Hey guys, happy Thursday. So whenever Sylvia come on, I will add her to the screen and she can discuss to us about her topic today. Today is Thursday, another day to just give thanks for being alive. There's so many Americans, so many people who didn't wake up this morning, so many deaths last year. I mean, there's always going to be deaths, but the first thing I want to be thankful for is waking up this morning. Um, I wanted Sylvia to go first because she's going to talk to y'all about mental health. But since she's not on yet, I'm going to go first. I want to talk about how mental health links in with your visions, your goals, and how you talk and treat yourself. A lot of people don't want to take medication for their mental health. A lot of people don't even want to acknowledge that they need mental health. ADHD is a form of mental health. Depression is a form of mental health. There's so many, mental health is such a wide variety of things, but once you just own it, and so yeah, I know I wrote a book called Own It, so you can own all your past, whether it was good or bad, and take control of it. Because at the end of the day, until you actually own who you are, what you stand for, what you believe in, that's why you're stuck. It all boils down to your mental health, everything. A lot of times we find ourselves, oh, because this person said this to me, oh, because this job did this to me, because this person did this to me. But the worst person is in our head. You know you can't do that. You know you're not gonna do that. You know it's the things, the voices that's in our head. People like, I don't hear voices. Everybody has a voice in them. The voice that tell you to keep going when you can't go no more. The voice that tell you to stop. It's the motivation, it's the drive that's in you. That's why affirmations is so important. I do a lot of stuff. For those who don't know me, my name is Raychell Pins. Um I'm a podcaster. My podcast is called Unmasking the Blueprint. And I introduce to the audience to the people behind the brand. I'm also into health and wellness. Why am I into health and wellness? Because me, myself, my family, shoot, everybody should be into health and wellness. I think when we're younger, we should teach our children. I don't really think I understood anything about health when I was little. I just wanted candy and snacks and didn't really care, didn't really know about the fruits and the vegetables and why they was important and all that stuff. It's so many things as we get older. If we would have if that was incorporated in our lives when we was younger, and I'm going to use my own self for an example. My kids eating at fast food restaurants and getting little meals. But now you go to fast food restaurants and they give you the option of apple juice. They give you the option of fresh fruit. I think that is such a great thing. And so it's so great to implement that into your child's life because believe it or not, what we do now is kind of like a trend of what we do when we get older. Yes, we can say, you know what, I didn't like the way this happened and I can change it. But if we implement great positive things into our children's lives now, it just makes it so much easier as we grow up. Like I said, I do health and wellness. Health and wellness because health and wellness hits so home to me personally. Um, when me having seizures, when me having fibromyalgia, and then somehow anxiety and the fibromyalgia and the seizures kind of played a part, and then deaths played a part, and then before you know it, I found myself running, but not at full speed. Like I found myself running, and so that's why we was gonna talk to you. I'm still, even though if Sylvia don't get on today, I'm still gonna talk to you about mental health because mental health is so important because that's the root and the key to the reason why we're stuck. It really is. So we have something that's all natural that I personally take. And I started taking it a few years ago because I was going through a lot of things. And so I'm gonna help you out a little bit. If you find yourself motivated and then unmotivated, you find yourself sad and then just unfocused, if you find yourself running, I know people who busy all day and they get absolutely nothing done. It's not personal. I'm just being honest. It's just like a kid with ADHD. They're ripping and running. They're doing all type of stuff. They're just being kids. If you're an adult and you ripping and running, it's the same thing. You just ripping and running and not getting anything done. I'm just being honest. I know people who can listen to all the podcasts in the world. They can go to all the churches in the world. They can have all the degrees in the world. I know some very people who got a lot of degrees and not doing nothing with those degrees. You have to understand that it's not about the podcast. It's not about the people who you are with. It's not about the church that you're attending. The issue is, Sylvia, you're not on. If you was on, I'll be able to press uh so you have to go to your inbox. I sent it to your inbox on Facebook. You have to go through StreamYard, give it permission, and then I can add you on the screen. Um, so I can't see her because she's not on this screen. What was I saying? You know what? That is weird because actually you know what? I usually can see comments. So all right. So guys, so what I was saying was, y'all know I can't get off track. I forgot. When we were talking about mental health. So this is my dream plan do planner. This is my vision board. And I actually started doing a vision board. Oh, I know what I was saying. Let me go back for a second. And no matter who you hang with, you can hang with the smartest people. You can have all the education you want. You can listen to all the podcasts. You can go to all the churches you want to go to. But until you change them thoughts in your head, how you communicate with yourself, until you put pen to paper and action to words, you're just gonna keep doing the same cycle. The same cycle. I'm going, while we're waiting for her to get on, I'm going to give you an example about myself. I, I honestly believe that I can change and I can help anybody. I do, right? I see her popping in. Um, and so with that being said, I used to give everybody a vision board. Everybody need a vision board. Everybody need a vision board. Everybody need a vision board, right? And then I realized everybody don't need a vision board. They do, but they really may need to start with the Own It book. Why? Because they need to figure out why they're stuck. Because even with the vision board, they're not gonna write in it, or they might write in it and they're never gonna be completion. It's kind of like it's decently and being in order. And the first thing to getting in order is your mindset. It's that mindset. I'm not gonna lie. Those who personally know me know I'm going through stuff. Usually, when I go through stuff, I can tell y'all on live. People don't understand. Sometimes you go through stuff and you can't even say it. You can't even. I don't know what is going on, Sylvia. I see you trying to get on.
Raychell?
Hey, boo.
Hey, I don't know why I have such a hard time getting this, and I'm so sorry, but I'm at work, and it's crazy in my world.
I got you. I got you. Facebook don't play like that. Once you post that you going live, um, once you post that you going live, you only have so many minutes before Facebook kicks that live off.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I had no choice. I had to go. So this is Miss Sylvia. And so Sylvia, I was talking about, you gonna talk about the mental health, and I was throwing in the vision. Because a lot of times, like me and you, we're recruiting people to be on our team. We're recruiting people for health and wellness. We're recruiting people, but we got to start with their mental first. You know,
Yes, exactly.
there's so many times that I go through things and I'm just like, I'm so glad for Confianza. I ain't lying. I'm so grateful and blessed that I decided that I cannot, between me and God and Confianza, I couldn't do it by myself. And so if you want to tell us about it, that'll be great. And introduce yourself.
Yes, so good afternoon, everybody, or still morning. I am Sylvia Anderson, and I am a representative and all around. health person. I totally believe not only in mental health, but physical health. But your physical health will come after your mental health. And I will say, especially during this time of COVID and with everything that's going on in the world, even still with fighting racism, we as a people really need to focus on our mental health and learn to love yourself. And for me, um, I would not have made it without Confianza. Um, Look, I keep it right here on my desk. I have to take it daily because it really does put you in a good headspace. It does really, it does so many different things, but it really focuses on just your mental well being. And it's used for a lot of different things, but it helps you to cope. And I personally have uh, lost a tremendous amount of people within the last 12 months, a total of 10 family members. And there's no way that I would have made it ever without Confianza. I just, I just would not have made it without having this, and always trusting and believing in God first among anything. But this really does help without having to be on a lot of things that are really not good for our body. So it's natural, and it really does help with my mental state daily. So working in healthcare and then dealing with my own battles, it has tremendously been a benefit to my life.
I'm so glad that you was able to share because, like you said, I googled how many people committed suicide last year, and there was 8 million people, 8 million people um, with mental health committed suicide. And so a lot of times we don't realize it's what we say to ourselves when nobody is listening. It's how we feel about ourselves when nobody is listening. That's so important. That's why affirmations are so important. Being connected to to things that's higher than you.
Right, exactly.
Um, Realizing, I kind of want to hit on the people who don't think they need help. And I didn't find the questions, but there were some questions that go with it. And so I'm gonna just go off my memory. If you find yourself running throughout the day and you're not getting stuff done, there could be some form of you need to slow down a little in your head, and the confidence will help with that. If you find yourself being happy, 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 and life is just gut punching you, gut punching you, gut punching you, gut punching you, and then you find yourself unable to get out that funk, Confianza can help you with that. There's so many. If you just find yourself stuck, you got to stop and go, why am I stuck? Why am I stuck? And that's I feel like Sylvia, that's the key. It's just narrowing down the why.
Exactly. I think, and I, not I think, but I know as for me, um, we can get so busy and just caught up in the daily routine of going to work, taking care of our family and our kids and grandkids. And, we can just get caught up in the busyness of all of that. But you really have to sit down, take a breath, and just slow down so your mind can often catch up with your thoughts and everything that you're doing. And I know for me, when I started taking Confiance, it was about a year ago. Actually, it's been right at a year. Um, and that was because someone else suggested to me, hey, one of your, actually, it was a customer that suggested to me, she's like, one of your products uh, is Confianza. And I was like, yeah, but I've never used it. And she said, well, I'm gonna order you some on me because you are dealing with so much. And I think at the time I was planning a funeral service for my mother and my mother-in-law. Uh,
Wow.
One here in Houston, Texas, and then back home in Kansas City. So I was just all over the place. And I knew about the product. I didn't know much about the product because it wasn't part of my daily regimen. But when she sent it to me, and she really did, she ordered it and sent it to my home. And when she sent it to me, I've been using it every day since then because it really, really just helps you take it a little slower, and
Right.
it works, with your focus, and it kind of keeps you balanced.
That clarity.
And the yeah, and then understanding the clarity of it, and then you know I absolutely, especially in my career field, I need it. My day starts really, really early in the morning, and then dealing with the patients and everything, and you have to be ready to receive that, and you don't want to give off anything that you're going through in a negative way that can hinder your patients. So it helped me personally. Even my supervisor noticed. She's like, I don't know what you're doing different. She said, but I love it. So keep doing it. And I know it was because I had started taking my confianza, and I started to slow down and, focus in on just my mental, uh, on my mental health. And, even throughout my stroke and everything, it really has, I live by this product. I never run out. If I get down to 3 bottles, I'm ordering some more because I can never not have this product with everything that I do. And I think that's really important for a lot of us to really kind of channel in on our mental health, because it's just as important as your physical health.
It is. And I definitely appreciate your honesty and telling everybody about your honesty because it's not always as easy to say, I need to take something because of my mental. People like, oh, I don't have a mental problem. Let me tell you something. Some people, I promise you, girl, I have. And one of the girls is in this group, so she probably gonna see it. We was at church one day and she was just crying. I went like 2 Sundays in a row. And I was like, can I talk to you personally? And she was like, yes. I'm like, I got a product, because what people don't understand, it's okay to cry, to get
Mhm.
frustrated, to be discombobulated, but it's not okay to stay there.
Right.
That's where the it's not okay to stay there. When I found myself could not get out of the I'm on the phone with people, yes, go, go, go. And then when I hang go with people, I'm crying. I'm sad.
Mhm.
I'm depressed. I'm not eating. I'm not combing my hair except to so the screen can see it. Only changing my top, not changing the bottom,
Mhm.
mismatched size. Like you can say what you want to say to yourself, but what's really happening to you? You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
That's what's so important. And so I appreciate you saying that because a lot of people they're going through and they've been through so much and all they keep doing is weeping and weeping and
Mhm.
weeping and weeping and weeping. And I'm like, I want to help you.
Right.
Get help. I want to help you. And if you getting help and you still weeping, go find you some groups, some affirmation groups. Go find something because I promise you was not meant to be having a whole weeping season for months and years.
Right.
Nobody's meant, nobody, God didn't put us here for that season. And if you weeping for a husband, if you weeping for a family member, a child, if you're weeping for a parent, that parent would not want you in a weeping season for months and years.
Right.
I,
I really think we need to get over the stereotype that you can't seek help. Get over that. Throw that
Yes.
out the door. Throw that out the door. Get away with, let it go.
Let it
Because
go.
at some point, even the strongest person, and I don't care who you are, even my pastor was speaking on it a couple of weeks ago. It doesn't matter who you are or where you are in life. There is always something that you need some assistance with. And that's so powerful. You have to take ownership of all of that, and you have to work through that. So if that means, hey, you need to talk to a counselor or somebody on the outside, if you need to take confianza to protect your mental, you're not good to anyone else
You
if you
can't
don't.
even do what God have for you if you're not good for yourself.
Exactly.
Hey, Jalea. Jalea said hello to us.
Hey,
I'm trying to get Jalea to join our family because she is one rooted in God.
right.
Two, she's rooted into her own health and wellness. You know, people don't understand that owning a business, being a part of something, attaches to God's vision, to
Correct.
God's purpose. There's people, I'm about to be 50. We're not going to discuss how many years from now, but close enough.
Me
And
too.
there's people, okay, hey, Sylvia, all right. We're about to hit that 50 club, Lord. Oh, Lord. I said it out loud, too. And so there's people who's not going to understand my journey.
Right.
There's people who I can't reach. There's an age bracket, there's a mental bracket, there's a health bracket that I can't reach. And so I love reaching to people who not like me. I love reaching to people who are doing something different than me, but at the same time we're we're still connected. You know, because there are people who I can't get to, but they can see you and be like, you know what? I do understand. I talked about diabetes for 2 weeks in a row, but then somebody else said they like, you know what? Oh, I get it now. You never know what life you can change on the journey. And so I love, love, love what I do. I love the health and wellness. I love the credit industry. I love my vision, my dream plan, do planners. Everything I do, I'm anointed with God. When everything you do, if it aligns up in his glory, you can never fail.
Right.
And so, Miss Sylvia, guys, I hope y'all was listening to what she said. What she said is nothing but the truth about the and we're not telling people not to go get help. We're not telling people that what we have is better than going to get something else. We're telling you that we know personally, I personally, and I know personally people who I've actually been like, can I pull to the side? Can I talk to you for a second?
Mm-hmm.
The person who put you on, Sylvia, she love you. I don't even have to know who she is. You know why she love you? Because when you give somebody something to better them for free, because she loves you. I may not give my product away for free, but I promise you, I love you when I'm in your inbox. I promise you, I see people posting. If I see them post one or two times about a loved one passing, I'd be like, I hope I'm not offending you, but I take something for that. You know,
Right.
it doesn't matter if you condemn me. It don't matter if you laugh at me. It don't matter if you block me.
No.
I am pursuing well done regardless. I am pursuing well done regardless. And so thank you so much. You want to add anything, Sylvia, before we go?
Now, I would just like to say, really, everybody, because people is my passion. That's my heart,
I love that.
and every day I'm telling people, whatever your need is, number one, you have to make God a priority. You have
Yes.
to put him first. I suffered a stroke, and then right behind the stroke had a brain tumor. But guess what? I'm here, and I'm able to continue to work in God's purpose, not because of anything I done, or any that I'm better than anyone else, because everyone has their struggles.
Right.
I recognize that everything that I do it for the glory in the kingdom of God. And if you can just reach one person, then guess what?
Yes.
If you can change one person's life, then guess what? You have done your part. And that's the main thing. We all need to focus on getting ourselves right so we can help someone else.
I'm gonna say something really quick. I was on a power hour and this guy was like, I send out these crazy happy birthdays to people. I'd be like,
Mm,
happy birthday in that inbox, right? And so I was like, that's not really my cup of tea, right? And so the other day I was in such see, let me tell y'all something. When you pursue well done and you go out of your comfort zone, I did it because I was so sad.
mm,
Somebody I know is it had a really bad last few days, really bad last 2 days, and they so close to me when they have a really bad last 2 days, it just tears my spirit up, right? And so my spirit, I've been doing what I'm supposed to do with my spirit is kind of tore up, and so I did that video because just have you heard that when you smile, it causes
yeah.
a dolphins to go in your head or something?
Uh-huh.
And so I've been learning that. So I'm like, smile, girl, right? And
Right.
so I did the video, and this morning, even though I didn't wake up in a bad mood, I woke up like, okay, it's gonna be positive, regardless of how my loved one is feeling. I have to be strong, right? And so
Right.
I woke up this morning and I sent out the birthday things. Girl, some people like, oh my God, I love it. Oh, like the response was not usually like the thank you that I usually get for their birthday. Like I got sentences and paragraphs, and one girl's like, this is actually the worst birthday I'm going, and she went into why it's the worst birthday. She didn't even care about her birthday today, but because my message, she received it different than everybody else's message. And
Mm,
so when you just allow yourself, get out of your way.
yeah.
The path that God have for you never gonna be the same. We be like, God, I want the white boat with the gold, and God like, no, you're gonna get the green boat with the peeling off. You're like, I ain't want to get on that boat. That's the boat God picked for you.
Mm-hmm.
Get on that boat, get on that vehicle, you know. And so no, wasn't something that's my normal, but I stepped out and I did it, and I have blessed so many people this morning just by the messages. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
well, like, see, because and then I was thinking, like, that's because probably I don't want to shouldn't even say this out loud, but maybe because I might get some more bad news today. I might
Mm-hmm.
hear some more depressing stuff and go like, but as my day go, I keep getting these messages reminding me of my path,
Right.
planting the seeds. So guys, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening in. I don't know if we just had Miss Jalea today, but we thank you, Miss Jalea. If y'all hit a replay and you like it, drop us some nuggets. We're gonna try to be here every Thursday with a new product, with some new knowledge. If we ever, Sylvia, get to the point that we haven't used something yet and we'll recruit some people in to help us out. Monday through Thursday, I am doing Zumba online. If anybody want to join me, I'm not doing Zumba to lose weight. I'm doing Zumba for my mental and my lungs.
Mm-hmm.
This mental and these lungs is why I'm doing Zumba. You're gonna do it for whatever you need it for. But if you want to join us, let's go. Got something else, Sylvia?
That's it. Thank you so much for taking this time. I think it's really needed. And I do hope that everyone like and share it. If it's not for you, it may be for someone else. So please share the information and get back with us if you have any more questions, if you're needing anything else, pertaining to your health and wellness and your well being. We are here to help. Bottom line, we love you for free. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm gonna love you even if I don't know you,
Oh,
because
I love that. I love that.
I'm to be.
I love that. And go, I love you. Until next Thursday, y'all be safe.
Have a good one.
Bye, guys. Great show, Miss Sylvia.